Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, on August 31, 1985, was caught in East Los Angeles after calling for 16 months across California. The 25-year-old man from Texas had called at least 14 people and attacked many more. Ramirez's crimes began in April 1984, but people really took notice in 1985 when he killed several people in a short time. He would break into homes at night, shoot the men first, then SX attack, and sometimes the women. What made him extra scary was the fact that he didn't plan who to attack, as he just picked homes that looked easy to get into. During his attacks, Ramirez often made survivors swear on Satan, and sometimes drew devil symbols on walls or victims' bodies. He liked to tell victims he was the Night Stalker before hurting them. The case was solved when 13-year-old James Romero III saw Ramirez outside his family's house and remembered details about his car. The next night, after attacking another couple, Ramirez left a footprint from a special type of shoe. A fingerprint found in his stolen getaway car finally showed who he was, and his photo was put in the news. When Ramirez's face showed up in newspapers, some people on the street recognized him. They chased and caught him, beating him badly before police came to arrest him. In 1989, Ramirez was found guilty of 13 murders, 5 attempted murders, 11 SX attacks, and 14 break-ins. He got the death penalty, but wasn't sorry, telling reporters, "Death always went with the territory." He died of cancer while still in prison in 2013, never saying sorry for what he did. Robert William Fisher. On April 10, 2001, a house in Scottsdale, Arizona, burst into flames. Inside, police found the bodies of Mary Fisher and her 2 children, Brittany and Bobby, 12 and 10 years old, respectively. Missing from the home was their husband and father, Robert William Pfizer. Fisher, a former Navy man, firefighter, and hospital worker, had a troubled past. After his parents split up when he was 15, he became very controlling. Friends said he was mean and cold to his family. He once sprayed his wife with a garden hose for speaking out of turn and threw his children into water to teach them to swim. The night before the fire, neighbors heard a loud fight from the Pfizer home. Police think Pfizer called his family, pulled the gas line from the furnace, and lit a candle to start the fire later. By the time the house caught fire the next morning, Fisher had a 10-hour head start. 10 days later, Mary's Toyota was found in Tonto National Forest, 100 meters north of Scottsdale, with the family dog still alive beside it. After many searches of the nearby woods and caves, Pfizer was nowhere to be found. On June 29, 2002, Pfizer was added to the FBI's 10 most wanted list. And for nearly 20 years, people reported seeing him across North America, but none of these tips led to catching him. Some think Fisher died in the woods, while others believe he got away, maybe to Mexico. In November 2021, the FBI took Pfizer off their top 10 list because the publicity didn't help find him. Though no longer on the list, he is still wanted for 3 murders and arson. Karla Homolka, on July 6, 1993, was given just 12 years in prison for her part in some of Canada's most shocking crimes. The Canadian public would soon call this the deal with the devil when they learned how deeply involved she really was. Between 1990 and 1992, Homolka and her husband, Paul Bernardo, raped and called at least 3 young women, including Homolka's own 15-year-old sister, Tammy. What made these crimes even worse was that the couple recorded their attacks on video. On December 23, 1990, she helped Bernardo drug Tammy with animal tranquilizers she stole from the vet clinic where she worked. They raped Tammy while she was knocked out, and she died. They dressed the body, hid evidence, and called 911, making the death look like an accident. The couple went on to call Leslie Maffey in June 1991 and Kristen French in April 1992, respectively 14 and 15 years old. When police finally linked Bernardo to the crimes, Homolka claimed she was an abused wife forced to take part. She made a deal for a shorter sentence if she testified against her husband. Only after the deal was made did police find videos showing Homolka was a willing and eager participant. Despite public anger, the deal couldn't be undone. Homolka was freed from prison on July 4, 2005. She later married her lawyer's brother, had 3 children, and moved to Quebec, where she reportedly lives quietly under a new name. Joe Exotic, on September 7, 2018, was arrested in Florida. The zoo owner and self-named Tiger King would later be found guilty of trying to hire someone to kill his enemy, animal rights worker Carole Baskin. Joe Exotic ran the Greater Windwood Zoo in Oklahoma from 1999 to 2018. What began as a simple place to honor his brother grew into a zoo with over 200 tigers. To pay for it all, Joe bred baby tigers for people to pet and take photos with at shows. His fight with Carole Baskin started in 2009 when she tried to stop his baby tiger business. Baskin's Big Cat Rescue got volunteers to email places hosting his shows, causing many to cancel. Joe fought back by making YouTube videos where he said bad things about Baskin and even claimed she had called her missing husband. Things got worse when Baskin won a $1 million lawsuit against him in 2013. Also, Joe Zoo reportedly had many problems. Workers said Joe fed his animals old meat from Walmart, caught 5 healthy tigers to make room for more baby tigers, and kept animals in bad conditions. The government cited the zoo many times for breaking animal welfare laws. By 2017, with money problems and losing control of his zoo to business partner Jeff Lowe, Joe became desperate. He offered $3,000 to a worker to kill Baskin, and later paid an undercover FBI agent $10,000 to do the same. After his arrest, he was sentenced to 22 years in prison for trying to have Baskin killed and for breaking wildlife laws. While in prison, Joe became famous when the Netflix show Tiger King came out in March 2020. Despite his new fame and asking for a presidential pardon, he is still in federal prison now, serving a shorter 21-year sentence.